quite some time. I actually thought I'm audible, but I was not. So let's just quickly catch up on things. As we were anticipating, that market will do pretty good in April, and so far it's doing pretty good, And majority of our underwater bags are actually turning into green. Some honorable mention is ID token. I remember when I bought, people were like laughing at me that we bought almost about 1 million tokens, and I was pretty much sure about this one because it never went back to my entry price, which was 0.40. So that is one pretty good thing. Coming towards Hook. Hook is recovering very fast as well, okay? Because it has to, right? Because it was underwater for like 15, 20, 30 days. So these are the tokens who started recovering really fast. RDNT really impressed me. You must have seen my tweets where I was literally buying every possible bit because there is no such thing as perfect entry that you set your buy orders and, you let them get filled and stuff. It's not going to happen. You buy, minute you buy an asset, you should train your mind in such a way that things will go more down, for sure. Just be prepared that you'll be underwater. And you can be underwater at least for a day or a week or a month, okay? But in the long run, you will be very satisfied, okay? It's been 4 months, for God's sake, since January till April. It's been 4 months, and give me any one example from real-world assets like real estate investment or like purchasing a second-hand car and trying to flip it for some money or trying to buy some watch and trying to flip it. No other investor will give you gains like this. All you need to do is develop some patience, and that's it. Like I always say, it takes you 4 years to get a goddamn degree, which doesn't even guarantee you a job, And once you have that degree, and you go for the interviews and stuff, and they just start asking you questions like, what's your experience? Or, they just offer you internship, right? You just work for free, So 4 years in this industry with $100, you can actually make $1 million and then, start your own business, pursue your passion, whatever it is. Open a restaurant, open a cafe, open a business, start building things. That's the thing. And and a lot of people were asking me, well, why you invest in these new tokens or MXC and stuff? See, first of all, you should be making money from every possible way in this industry. Any exchange. You don't have to be maxi of Binance. You don't have to be maxi of MEXC or KuCoin or whatever. There are so many tokens, nobody will look at them, unless or until they land on Binance. You have to pick them on the smaller exchange. For example, this CASPA, this token have done more than 10x, and with the volume, okay? Because a lot of people, they don't understand, a lot of people you must have seen on Twitter that they start showing you things like, okay, this token did 62x, this token did 100x, and they count it from the fact, it's very easy. I mint a token, for example, I mint it right now, like Bull token, okay? Supply 100 million, and I lock all the tokens with $100 liquidity, So the price will be 0.001. A $10 buy order will pump it let's say, 2x. Then $20 buy order will pump it 3x or 2x, And by the time the liquidity will reach 100K, I can easily show you that, oh my God, my call did 100x, and in actual, that shit didn't even do nothing. So a token which pumps with the volume, that's something which you guys should consider, because whales can't even enter, So for whales and big money to enter, they need at least good liquidity. Nobody talks about it. Nobody educates you about it. I say futures trading is it's pretty fucked up. You guys will lose money on that. Trading shitcoins, which comes on Uniswap, it's also pretty much equivalent to that. You out of 10 tokens you're gonna buy, chances are 9 tokens will ride. 1 token will definitely give you something good. But you have to be very sharp, and you have to understand how the trading on decentralized exchanges work. Because anybody can mint tokens. The other day, this one girl, she texted me, and I was pretty sleek. I didn't even notice what she's asked. She's like, can you send me a gas fee of $2-3? I need to buy a token. because the team is promising a $250 airdrop. And my son, the next day woke up and she's like, I can't even sell. I need to contact the team. And I was like, dude, you're wrecked. So proper education. Education is not like, you invite a seminar and you bring these, old ass people who come and explain you things in the most difficult terminologies. No, you dumb it down. You guys are learning here. There's like almost about 180 listeners right now. You guys should understand things and try to educate people in your surrounding, because that's how our industry will mature up. Our industry is literally very immature, because some people, when they make money and then they lose money, they leave the industry. They don't come back. So the people who stays, just to sound more educated, they start using all these difficult terminologies. And in the end of the day, a retail investor, stays less educated and stays confused. A little bit of fun happens, people start selling. A little bit of FOMO news happens, people stop buying. You have to plan your moves. You have to see the future before it happens and invest in that. For example, this token, people were asking me yesterday that, why you put like 250K in this clay token? Okay, let me give you an idea about it. Now, this guy, first of all, you have to understand who's behind the project. The guy's name is Oliver. Oliver is basically a British guy. He's in the industry for quite some time. This guy saw a vision like GMT, okay? Now, GMT, what does it do? You download the application, you buy an NFT, and you start walking, and you start getting these GST tokens, And the utility of that GST token is basically if you want to upgrade your NFTs, to earn more. So that was the business model of GMT and GST. It was good. The secondary token didn't do very good because not a lot of utilities were there. Coming towards, and that narrative was a walk to earn narrative. Now coming towards the play narrative, honestly ask yourself, how many people actually downloaded the XCAD app? None. You have to download that app. What happens in that app is that you buy an NFT, okay? And that NFT will help you earn money. How it will happen? For example, play token. You buy the NFT, okay? You start watching videos, okay? A 7-minute watch time will get you around $40 to $50. That's big, You don't earn money in this industry. You buy a token and you fucking wait for it to go up. Try the utilities, Make the money on those utilities, and that is also another way to make money. For example, DeFi protocols. In 2020, a lot of people made shit ton of money just by, using the balancer pools and using these YFI pools and YFII pools. That was the reason why those tokens were pumping, because people were actually testing the utilities. These days, nobody wants to test the utility. You just believe that, okay, I just have to buy the token, and then I have to wait for it to pump, and then I don't have to do nothing. The time your token is not pumping, test the utility of that token. If you like it, you love it, maybe you end up buying more. Maybe if you don't like the utility, you feel like this is stupid, bad idea, you dump the token, move into something else. You have nothing else to do, right? Majority of the people I see are 24/7 online on Twitter, crying under people's tweets that, why this is not pumping, that is not pumping. My DM was full. Literally people asking me, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why you shared hook? Look at that, it's 2.34 now. 2.34 now, and I literally bought every fucking day till 1.7. I bought it. Now I'm in decent profit. Very, very decent profit, and it's just a start. Same with the RDND, same with everything, because nobody can tell you, even me, even like spending 6 years in this market, I have no fucking idea, what is the perfect entry. With Bitcoin, I was like 16K is enough, because I was expecting BTC to reach 18K, 20K by December 2022. It just happened actually in May, So I was expecting that, if it's going up, it should definitely go back again. And if you, majority of the people who follows me from like the last 6 months, 8 months, they should know that it was a pin tweet when BTC was 21, 22K. At, okay, 16K, I've placed my buy orders, and we are going there. And majority of my buy orders were filled on 16K. And then I was like, what, I don't care if it goes down more or whatever, but I think we are going up from there. And boom, look at that. These Capo, these other guys and all that stuff, these must have been paid people who are like paid to flood the market. Because if everybody is bullish, who will short? People have to short in order for other people to make money, because majority of the people, they're not investors. They just learn how to buy and sell, and they start considering themselves traders. Day traders, okay, you know what? I'm going to make $10 a day. You cannot fucking make $10 a day, no matter how good you are. No matter how good you are. With people think, every day if I reach my target and all that, all these people on YouTube, some of the YouTubers I saw, these people, I get so angry. Like, you are teaching them how to gamble. $10 you invest, use 75x leverage, in 2 minutes you'll make $5, $3. But you're preparing an army of gamblers, degenerate gamblers, and they're just going to keep losing money on that. What else? I mean, who's telling you to use some form? Gala is a total $1 billion market cap. Go check the users. Go check the utility. You'll laugh on that. Axie Infinity. Okay, who's playing that game anymore? Nobody. There were people who were playing the game, but look at it right now. We can lie to everybody. We shouldn't be lying to ourselves. How many people have actually gone and tested Sandbox, which looks like a direct copy of Minecraft? This is the level of our industry right now, guys. Nobody is literally ready to take criticism. Nobody is literally ready to, even CCC, I was disappointed. It was like, anybody's FUD, I'm going to block and I'm going to unfollow and stuff. What is it? People can say whatever. You focus on on the education of people. So no matter who tweets anything, people literally first take their time and then take their decision. But no, nobody wants to do that. But never mind. You guys will eventually learn, right? We have time till 2025. A lot of people were asking me, well, what happened with your 100 to 1 million dollars? There are many trades which occur, 2x. You don't have to literally take all the trades which I take. You can take any trade which comes in front of you, and you could buy it. And all you have to do is just trade it 21 times. And 21 times with $1, with $100 it's less trades, like 15, 16, 2x trades. Yeah, you're not getting it right now because the market structure is that way. By 2025 April, you will be making 10x literally in a day. You just have to wait for the time. Those who saw actually the 2021 bull market, they know exactly what I'm talking about. We used to enter some pre-sales, and by the time it used to get launched in 2 hours, those tokens used to give 10x straight away. You just have to wait for those times. And once you make $1 million, then you will know it's not a lot of money, I swear. It can get you a lot of things. For you to get a lot of things, you need to just keep on hustling. Keep on hustling. Because after reaching a certain target, what's next? You can't buy an iPhone 16 right now. You cannot buy a 2025 Tesla right now. There's certain things which are there in the market. So anything except more, you won't be able to do nothing with that. Only you will reinvest and lose money. So take your time, have some patience. We are already there. It's April 2023. Just 2 more years. And in 2 more years, you'll be going up only. Look at that, from January till April. If you see Bitcoin, if you last saw Bitcoin in January, that was 17,000. All of a sudden today you were bored. You were like, let me see what's happening in the market. And you see Bitcoin at 30,000. You just ask yourself how much stress you avoided. From 17 to 21, 21 to 20, 20 to 25 to 23. All these macro levels you must have avoided, and you would be feeling great about yourself right now. Same with Hook. Same with every other thing. Some tokens they pump first, some tokens they pump later, but eventually everything pumps. Sometimes, black swan events happen. Look at this QLC. I got fucked too. I'm not like here an oracle who will know every single thing. Binance decided to delist it. Okay, sometimes you have to take a look. There was this other project, I thought these Chinese developers were really good. They're struggling. Maybe, I invest in them. I'd maybe promote them as well. I invested $200K. But there were people, they were messaging me, bro, that these people, they start a project on a chain. They pump it, they dump it, they leave it. Okay? Same, they did it with ETHW, and I never knew they were on ETHW. Then they were on Core, and now they were on ARB, and then they were going to ZK Sync. And, I was like, what, screw you. You fix your these chains first before going to anything else. Otherwise, I'm going to tell people not to participate. And it's not like I sold them, sold my tokens first and then started funding and stuff. No. I was like, let other people get out, and then probably I take a loss, 150K, which is pretty normal. I'll make it from somewhere else. The problem happens when people start thinking, they can't recover anything, or they have to bring more money from their external assets or real world assets. Whatever you have in this industry, some tokens, they will pump 10x, 4x, 5x. You're going to eventually make it back. You just stick in the game and don't think too much. Don't overthink, don't overpressurize yourself. Anyway, some of the questions which you guys sent before going and asking you guys about your questions, some people actually asked some questions, especially Nicholas. So Nicholas asked me, Bull, what you think about converting, tokenizing real-world assets. That's a great idea. I personally believe that if we go towards that direction, that will give new meaning to NFTs, new meaning to our industry. But then look at the condition of people right now. Nobody's testing utility. People trade crypto, people trade exchanges like casinos. You come here, you try to make money over here. Nobody is here to see what's the future look like. Look at how many AI tokens which are coming out of nowhere. Okay, Elon, he, he's looking to launch a rival of ChatGPT, and somebody made a token out of it, and people are blindly buying that token without knowing who's behind, or what utility that token. Just the name, they copy, pasted it, called it a meme coin. That's it. People are super excited about that, Unless until you mature a bit, you won't be able to make the most out of this industry. You have to, like I always say, go for the psychology. Look what happened. They pumped last week all the sports tokens, like no narrative, no news, nothing. All of a sudden, all these football tokens, they started pumping, and everybody, they sold their underwater bags. They jumped on these football tokens, which pumped and then dumped, and a lot of people lost money. And now what they did is everything else started pumping. The tokens with the real utilities, the token with the narratives, the token which were hot, they started pumping again. Now if you try to jump up, obviously you will be getting less tokens, or you'll be like, I missed the boat, let me jump into something else and stuff. It's just that, this is the thing, you don't do that. Sometimes, 1 month, 2 months, if your money is getting doubled, it's a great achievement. Back in the day, people scammers used to do it. They used to promise, I'll double your money in 2 days or in 2 weeks or 4 weeks. So people used to blindly give them the money. Somebody from subcontinent, maybe India or Pakistan, the guy told me that, our people are pretty innocent. What happened is that there was this exchange which came out of nowhere. And what they did was they were like, you deposit your money in our exchange and our AI bots will trade for you and will double your money in a month. So a lot of people, they started depositing, and then those people just rugged and everybody's crying. Why you are so vulnerable? Why you want some other people to spoon feed you? Why not learn from them, and then start doing things on your own? So you feel proud of yourself that you did something, you achieved something, Otherwise, people will always take the credit, and you will always depend upon them. Okay, if they stop tweeting, if they stop telling something, if they screw up, you'll screw up too. Now, if I put 100K in an asset, it's not like me going into something all in. It's just 1%, 2% of what I have. You have to trade according to that. Sometimes people share like, oh, look at my 20 BTC buy order. Maybe that guy have $1,000. Oh, 1,000 BTC. He's just putting 20. That's less than 0.2%. Look at Michael Saylor. He bought Bitcoin like, he's buying shitcoin. Oh, now I'm buying, 100 million worth of tokens. Now I'm buying 50 million worth of tokens. He's not going all in. It's not like it's moving up or something. So you have to take decisions based on your portfolio. Some people ask me, what's your sell target? What is this? How would I know what's the sell target? It's your portfolio. You should know more about it. And trust me, these pumps, these are nothing. These are baby pumps. These are, you could say, the past talks. Market will be way, 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 on a bigger number by 2025. You will literally laugh. You will literally look back at these days and you'll be like, I wish I would have held more. I wish I would have bought more. Things like that. So yeah, just develop some patience and try checking the utilities for God's sake. Just go spend some time in front of a computer screen or in front of your phone and see for yourself if something is good or not good. Okay? Trading a token makes sense. Okay? But that's one thing. That's 2 minutes job. You bought the token. That's it. Done. Now, why you are just keep looking at the chart? Okay, it's going up. It's going up or no. It's going up or no. You won't change nothing by doing that. What you can do for your bag to perform is go check the utility. And if you are getting hooked to that utility, okay, utility in the dumb words is what that token do, What's their product? Are you checking that product? Is it good? Is it bad? Compare it to Coca-Cola. Does it taste good? Does it gives you this sugar rush? If it's good, okay, buy more. If you hate it, with one sip, just throw that shit. That's it. You don't have to overcomplicate yourself. Always trade with the money which doesn't come with the stress. If the money is coming with the stress, 100% you're going to lose it. 100% you will lose it. Because each time it will go, market will do whatever it is supposed to do. You will overreact. You will overbehave toward that particular asset. Because that money you can afford to lose. For example, you ask your dad, give me a loan, 100,000, or 10,000 or $100, $1,000, and I'll give you that, I'll make your money double or whatever. So there is this psychological pressure on you. You won't be able to trade with that money. The fear of losing that money will be so big that you will eventually lose it. That's why people who put throwaway money and who forget to even check, they are the ones who are more successful. That's why I say sometimes being stupid is pretty good in this industry. Sometimes if you don't know how to trade, it's actually very good. You don't have to trade. You just have to check the utilities of some tokens, hold them. 4 months, what can happen in 4 months? Even a baby is not born in 4 months, and if your money is getting doubled, that's a blessing. So just change the way you think, and that's it. Anyways, let's just start taking questions, guys. I think I spoke a lot. So now you guys can come, ask me your questions, whatever it is, and make sure you're quick. Make sure that your question is interesting. If you are asking about a token, then literally I have to know about that token too. Otherwise, if I don't know much about that token, I won't be able to comment much on that. And let's just start taking people. First batch of people I'm expecting. If you want to ask a question, guys, raise your hand. And I will obviously take every single one of you. So don't think that I'll be like, no, time's up or whatever. I'm here for 2 hours. I'll make sure every single one of you, if they have questions, I answer them. So let's start with Mr. Mountain Man. And yeah, sir, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, BULL.BNB. Brother, I just joined in and I heard you talk something about Gala. And I currently hold Gala and I do not know so much about it. I know that they were working on some games and stuff. But the main reason I joined into your space about asking you about those PSG token, because those ran really heavily, right? And I did some research and all I see that the utility-wise they're doing is you get access to the lounge and you get what you call. What do you think that PSG and all those soccer clubs token have a good future? And one thing I have noticed that PSG, if you go to the coin market cap, somehow crypto.com is not listed there, but you can buy it from crypto.com. And why?
So first of all, like I said, this lack of education. You have invested in Gala and you don't even know what they do. You didn't even test the utility. See, that's why I always say be a smart and you don't even have to be smart investor. You just have to be at least well-educated investor about all these soccer tokens, because there was no narrative, nothing else. Everybody was selling after the World Cup. So once the market makers, they already have 95% of the supply. All they do is they just accumulated everything and then they pump it and redistribute it. So people like you just asked this question right now. Because once you become a bag holder, then you actually go check the utilities. Then what this token do? Why it's pumping? That's why I always say green candles are the best markets. Best tools of marketing. You don't have to hire any KOLs, or you don't have to hire any sort of marketing. You just start pumping your coin, and people will like, why this token is pumping. See, now you are like talking about backstage access. You can choose the jersey of the color. These people have to do way more than that to get the fan tokens going. Not a lot of people want to go backstage and meet. Not everybody. Otherwise, not everybody can afford that. If you buy a VIP ticket, you can actually go do it yourself. You don't have to go through all this people who watch games, they're pretty lazy, by the way. They don't have time for all that. They're like, let me just go in, buy a beer, watch the game, maybe flirt with some chicas who are hanging out over there. Hey, baby, you liking the game? Look at my shirt and stuff, and all this bullshit. So I think it will take quite a lot of time for people to mature up a bit to understand what fan tokens, and these fan tokens have to offer more utilities. This is not the only utility you should be looking at, it was just the off-season pump, so just to lure more people in, who are holding underwater bags, and that's it. Nothing else, no rocket science. So yeah, those who made money, congratulations. Those who are bag holders, I would recommend just hold them, because just like this pump, there will be a pump in the future as well, so just have some patience. Okay, I guess I answered your question. Pritam, go ahead, buddy.
Hello, Bull.
Yeah, go ahead.
How are you?
Perfectly fine. What about you?
Bull, do you think that AGIX still has any opportunity to grow more, like after growing 100 and 1,000%?
It did go well, it just did 10-15x, okay? And that is also like, you have to keep two things in mind. First of all, what's the utility of AGIX? Can you tell me that?
Actually, no.
See, then why,
To be very honest,
look at
I know that's the most hyped AI coin, so that's why I just asked
it
you.
was hyped because it was pumping. Uh-huh. What's the utility of that?
Okay.
Without
No idea.
Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. You have to understand. You have to check actually for yourself. Do you think they are providing any real world solutions? What AI solution they are bringing on the table? And then you can ask this question. Or for me, it was pumped because GPT was pumping, and in crypto there are very little or less assets which have AI in it. So they started pumping it. Why did they start pumping it? Because this shit is in the industry from 2018. Nobody was showing interest in trading it. So the market makers, they had a lot of supply of this token, because ask yourself honestly, in November, did you feel like buying it? In October, did you feel like buying it?
No.
So everybody was selling. So that each time when somebody's selling, someone else is buying. There is somebody else on the other side of the order book who is accumulating, and that person have the funds to actually pump the market up. So you control the supply, you let only certain amount of tokens which are tradable in the market, and then they start playing with those tokens. They start pumping it. And as soon as it goes 2x, 3x, 4x, they start slowly, redistributing the supply and stuff. And then they bring the price down to keep the FOMO high. And then each time it dips a little bit, people comes up with the buy orders. So one thing you were not interested in buying when it was 1,500% down. Now, more than 1,000% up, you're placing nice buy orders, being a smart investor. That's not smart. That's stupid, actually. So I think it can do good, but their utility has to be out of the box. If the utility is not, even the team didn't have the tokens. Can you believe that? Even the team sold all the tokens. Now they're like AGI singularity is the next thing. Even team didn't believe in that. Can you imagine that? Just go to the Telegram and ask. And they'll be like, no, we are building and shit, but no. Even team sold the tokens. Market makers or whales, they bought the supply, they pumped it up, used GPT as a narrative, And now it's on a whole different level. So yeah, this is my take on HGIX.
Okay, thanks, bye.
You're welcome. Okay, who is next?
I got a question. Do you know the project Fellow? And if so, what is your opinion on the project?
Which project?
Fellow.
What is Follow?
FELO.
Fellow? No, I've never heard about it.
Okay. And do you use liquidation maps in your TAs? And if so, do you know any other besides High Block Capital?
Liquidation? What, bro? Can you just wake up a little bit? And I'm talking a very active voice so I understand. Just some enthusiasm a little bit. You know? Like this, it feels like you're speaking with me from the bed, bro. Here I am fasting and talking like, I'm high on sugar or something. Bad English. Never mind. Navis, go ahead.
Hey, Wolf. How's it going?
All good, sir. All good.
Hey, I have one question for you. I know you're not a big fan of XRP, okay? Mm-hmm. How smart would be to deploy some money in XRP and wait for the news to see what's going to happen with the case? I'm hearing a lot of people saying, like, if they win the case, the price could go up, What's your personal view on XRP at the moment?
See, you have to understand that XRP, let's just say that I'm not a hater of XRP from an investor's point of view. So this thing is there since 2017 till date on the same price levels. Okay, from 30 cents to 50 cents, it used to be traded there. And then there was a wick in 2018, January, when it went from 50 cents to almost about $3.84. Okay, since then it hasn't done anything major. Okay, so a lot of people, they're stuck in this point. Even if they win the case, which I highly doubt, there will be extreme next level sell pressure, because all these people, they'll be selling it. Like I said, nobody, you must have understood from this conversation here. One token just did 1,500% and people didn't even check. It should think that that'll be out of the box as well. A lot of people will be using it as well. Second thing, your found like XRP founders, literally it's on the record, it's on their Twitter pages. People have taken screenshots as well. They were literally telling people that we will be selling XRP tokens, to make a utility. Okay, the banks will use, this XRP, the protocol they're going to bring. Banks will be using it and stuff. That's literally put them in this security. That you are selling assets to raise money from the market. To build something which in the future banks will use. So Ripple as a company is a very profitable company. There is no need of the token. XRP is everything other than a crypto. Bitcoin you have to mine. Ethereum you have to need a proof of stake. You cannot just mint 100 billion tokens. Every month you release 100 million tokens. You sell it to your friends OTC and then they start offloading those tokens. They literally have to buy all these tokens back from people. The thing is, if they would have kept on shilling on 3.84 more, and then if it would have gone to $5, and then, if it would have dumped to these levels, they would have bought back and there was more chances of pumping, But if you're selling on these levels, so many tokens, what makes you think that you'll be able to you will be able to stop the sell pressure, people are so delusional that when they buy this token, they start believing that XRP will be the future. It will be the one word currency or whatever that is. Mm-hmm. So it's more like buying a lottery ticket. Like you buy a lottery, there is a chance you will win $100 million, and there is an equal chance you will not win nothing. You will go to zero. Yeah. So same with this. If they win the case, okay. How much you'll be able to pump with this market cap? 10x? Or 20x? Let's just say 10x. That's $3 from here, $5 from here. Don't forget the immense sell pressure which these people will be facing and stuff. 90% people are already wrecked in this industry. People lost shit ton of money last year. Insane amount of money. Here, VCs got liquidated. FTX went bankrupt. Who has the money to actually take it up? People actually have to make money in order to pump this thing up. Even XRP team, if they want to manipulate it, they need to first make money. Otherwise, look at that. It's delayed from whole fucking 1.5 year. It's just ongoing. What is this? If you are thinking that way, 90 other people are thinking about the similar thing. Why? Because they can actually buy a million tokens and they can expect that it'll go to $1. I'll be making, $1 million. If it goes to 589, I am following this shit from 2018. Bitlock, one of my very good friends, he made shit ton of money. He dumped this thing used to be trading for 10 sats, 20 sats. All of a sudden, this thing going to $3, $4. People sold big. They cashed out big on this thing. So if you want some insane amount of pump on that, just make sure every guy who's coming in XRP is a billionaire. Maybe then there's a high possibility that you can make 5x. You got the answer?
Yeah. Makes sense. I kind of agree with you, what you're saying. And my biggest problem is it's large market cap right now. There is so many better opportunities.
Hi, are we open?
With the small.
Andy, can you just wait a minute, sir? Now just let him talk a little, and then I'll come to you. Yeah, let's continue. Sorry.
Yeah, what I was saying, the market cap is so large, even if they win the case. I don't know, man. And you're right. There's a lot of people that are holding the bags, and they would be dumping crazy. So even if it goes up, the sale pressure will just bring it down, and basically going to be going sideways anyway. And like you said, it's been going for a year sideways. So.
Not years. Almost about 5 bloody years this token was there. If you would have bought BNB, you would have made 100x. If you would have bought, for example, BTC, you would have made at least 4 or 5x. Ethereum, it did 20x. Only this shit just did, let's just say, the best performance of this coin was last year. Okay, what was it? It went from 30 cents to $2. Okay, let's just say you bought at 30 cents. It didn't even reach $2, 1.97, it dumped from there. That's how much, 6x. So, there are many other great opportunities in the market. This thing, I don't know. You can, for your own, satisfaction, put $1,000 and let it just be there. If it goes up, good. If no, then it's not like you're going to have a heart attack or something, right? It's just that.
So I guess the memes, it's better than XRP, very much.
Look at SHIB. Trust me, that SHIB gave more money.
I know, man. I did all this SHIB, to be honest with you.
SHIB, Floki, all these other ENU, and there will be more ENU coming in the future. They have better futures than this horrible piece of shit. So, yeah.
All right, thanks, bro.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Okay, who's next? Andy, but now you can go ahead. Oh, he left actually, which is good. Shubham, go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're very much audible. Tell me, sir. How can I help?
First of all, really thanks to you. I've been following your calls, and I myself been analyzing crypto since almost 3 years. And I lost good chunks of money almost 2 years back, and also some from Luna as well. And then I started investing into small projects like Matic, and then it was the APT call which you gave, that was very amazing. And other projects as well, like ID, and that was a launchpad token, and it did really good because what I saw in the Twitter, majority of the Twitter, the CT guys are all against this ID thing. So, the ID actually went against all of that thing. So it did amazing. And the thing I wanted to ask you, because I've been replying to your tweets as well. What do you think about the Cartesi project, the CTSI?
CTSI is good. I'm actually holding it. I initiated the call long ago as well. I don't tweet much about it. Then people start thinking that, I'm underwater or my bags are not exploding. That's why I'm not tweeting. Let's look at this, for example, WooCall. I bought it in January. And I was like, it's literally a crime not to have this token in your bag. Yeah. I was 12
the thing actually was this CTSI was also a Binance Launchpad token. and it pumped to almost $1.7, and then since then it's been down because everyone has been waiting for the mainnet launch. Then the mainnet launch is actually approaching. It should be launched by this month or next month probably, and the team is very much hyperactive. They are conducting seminars all around the world, even in India. So they have been doing quite amazing. I've been observing that project, but still, right now, since the mainnet is not yet launched, the token utility is very less, and that is the reason why token price has not yet increased, because the token is not much in the usage. It's only being used for the staking purpose. That's all.
Yeah, so first of all, it could fall in the China narrative, China and Hong Kong narrative. So this thing can really do good in the coming days, or months, or even a year. So yeah, it's good that you're holding
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to ask, because I wanted to have you at a look at that token as well. And apart from that, thanks a lot for your calls. I really appreciate that. You are an amazing trader as well. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, who's next? MD. Now you can talk, sir. If you don't want to talk, Mountain Man is back again. You can talk.
BULL.BNB, Jazakallah khair, brother, for taking questions during Ramadan. What do you think, bro, for the Jasmine? Because I know Jasmine have a huge community, and the whole idea about Jasmine is the data, locking data, and pretty much sell it to the big institution. And Japan been they are marketing Jasmine a big time in Japan, and they're listing in many exchanges in Japan right now. So if you have any idea about Jasmine, that would be very helpful. And another quick question, bro. I saw a tweet you made, I believe, few weeks ago about Sheikh Inu. Do you believe in that project? About the I think is in MetaMask for the Uniswap or something like that.
Okay, so Jasmine, those who know me from quite some time, I've spoken extensively about it. Now I've given them the time to see what happens. If you want to know more about Jasmine, you can just go to YouTube, right there, BULL.BNB, and there is actually the very first video you'll find it about Jasmine. You can listen to that. Don't want to waste time on repeating on that. I don't have the energy. Second question you asked about Sheikh Inu. No, basically that's a meme coin. Okay, but meme coin team is working and they're trying to launch their own chain. They're having some plans and stuff. But meme coins with the less liquidity, they have more volatility. You should remember it like this: less liquidity means more volatility. It can dump really fast. It can pump really fast. So these tokens you buy according to your budget, like $10 to $100. That's it, and then you sleep on it. If it do good, it'll do good. If not, what you're losing, $10, $100, which I'm sure in that case will not be the case, because that's a good one. It's not a bad one. So yeah, let's just wait. Like I always say, let a project mature a bit. You want a premature baby start running. That's not going to happen. Give it time. Give these developers some time. So they can actually give you a good product. Rushed out products always suck. Look at all these metaverse projects which people try to deliver last year. Rushed out products don't even do nothing. Just try to get the hype, and then nobody traded them. It was more like a pump and dump. No sustainable business model, because majority of the developers, I actually have a problem with them. That okay, you launched a token. What's the business model? How are you going to make money out of it? By dumping on people? If a team doesn't have a sustainable business model, either give them more time or either rug them, before they rug you. So it's just that. So like I said in the beginning of the space as well, you have to educate yourself, for fuck's sake. Please, just educate yourself. It's your hard-earned money. Don't gamble with it. Just try the utilities first, and then later see what happens. Okay. Yalla, who's next? Maya Musa. You go ahead, sir.
Hello, bro. Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Recently launched Sui token. As per website, team is working, social networking site is active, but the people use testnet in the hope of airdrop. But after the announcement, company giving no airdrop. But there are so many community members or so many person are negative about this. So in the last, when the prices launch an exchange like Bybit or KuCoin, is that affect company project pump or dump any?
No, it's nothing like that. Like for example, look at Aptos. They gave the airdrop that token down to $3. Okay, then it went to $20 as well. Now their approach is kind of different. They're like, okay, people who actually tested our protocol, they can buy it on 0.03 or I don't know exact price. But majority of the people, they can come actually buy it on these exchanges at a fixed price of 0.1. Sui, I will be trading this coin for sure. I'll be promoting this coin as well because we need good layer one solutions. Market should be saturated. Market shouldn't be in the hands of some people. Look at Binance. The Binance is way overpowered because all these other exchanges, they're too small. CZ says something. Literally, if a project gets delisted from Binance, it's done. It's done because we overpowered that exchange way too quick right now. Okay? So there was nothing else to worry about. So for this one, Sui, you should definitely stay positive and let's see what happens. I'll be trading it, doesn't matter what. But I'll be actually market buying the token once it launches and gets corrected a bit. So all these people who will buy the IDO, they can dump and then later we'll take it. But that's later story. Anyways, who's next? Corey? You go ahead, sir.
Morning, Bull. Been following your tweets for a little while, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on this project. I'm still quite bullish on BAG. Just been accumulating whilst it's sold off recently. Just wondering what your thoughts are moving forward.
Yeah, BAG is good. The T-BAG token you're talking about, right? I've traded it. I traded it. I tweeted about it as well. They have a good, sustainable business model. I mean, they are generating money. This is exactly what I was talking about. If a project has a sustainable business model, if they're generating money other than dumping tokens, then that's a good play for the long run. So yeah, it's a good one.
Excellent. Thanks, bro.
You're welcome. All right, who is next? I'm the brother. Now you can talk.
Hey, can I go next?
Yeah.
Thank you for answering these questions, and I have some questions about the DeFi. There seemed to be a lot of competition in the DeFi field, and I saw that you made some investment in the RDNT or like the Radiant Capital, and I am personally invested in that too, and I was just curious on your opinion on the Radiant as well as its utility. It seems like there is some sort of there seemed to be a lacking utility of the Radiant token other than locking it with other assets as the liquidity provider, etc. If you could just
spin on Binance for consecutive, it went up to $96,000. You see that and then see Radiant in that context, you will actually love it more. DeFi products which came in 2020, they were half-cooked projects, half-baked products. This time, more mature versions of DeFi projects are coming in. Radiant is one of them. That is one of the reasons why I was buying it heavily. And I was pretty sure about it, that this thing will do good. Okay? Yeah, it will not be a just up-only movement. There will be corrections and stuff. But yeah, DeFi, it's the future. Okay? Because just like banks, banks are there from a very, very long time. People will never stop taking loans. People will never stop all these things, But in this industry, no paperwork, nothing. You can simply take out loans, you can repay them. People who actually have money, they can lend out money and stuff. DeFi is pretty beautiful solution. But again, the thing is the lack of education. People don't want to learn how the DeFi protocol works. Nobody tests the utility. Nobody actually gave feedback. Nobody actually understands them. So once you study, for example, YFI, once you study the balancer pools, once you study this DIB protocol, all these 2020 products, why they came, how they performed, what was the reason why they couldn't succeed. hacks was one thing, how people started manipulating those pools. Okay, so you have to study all that. Then you come to the Radiant and compare that with all these previous solutions which were offered. You will be pretty shocked by that. So just spend some time. It won't take more than 30 minutes to 1 hour, but that will be a very good educational content you will study, and you will be educating yourself as well. Plus, that 30 minutes, 1 hour will be very productive for you in the future. So just do that. Anyways, who is next? There's only one person. Guys, you don't have questions for me? I'm shocked. I am fasting here and answering the questions. So you guys are chilling, fucking relax, sitting in this space. Like, let the bull talk. We're going to be just chilling, relaxing. I'm not singing songs or doing Oprah shit, guys. Come ask questions if you have. Otherwise, I'll be running the space after these two guys who are going to speak right now. All right, Sushil, brother, go ahead. I like your graduation degree picture.
Hi, Bull. Yeah, that was my graduation picture back in 2019. So I've been following you and your tweets about many different things, and I quite like them. Thank you for advising the community and all of us. I just wanted to know your opinion about uh, render project. That is our render token. What's your take on that one? Thank you.
That's it. That's the question. You want to know about what I think about render. Will it matter what I say? I think you're a bag holder, aren't you?
Yeah, I did do some research and
Yeah.
information from the project last week, and it's been pumping, and I can see its developers, its team members, how its utility is being done. So I kind
What's
of
the
like.
biggest utility of render?
So it does. It allows graphic developers and people involved in those to use its GPU by using the render token itself. So that's, I think, one of the biggest utility. It helps to render with the help of decentralized network.
Did you render a video? Did you try that?
No, I have not done anything. I have just studied their project through their website and all.
I mean, it's a great idea, honestly speaking, because the thing is, graphic cards are not cheap. They're very fucking expensive. If you have a
Right.
good video
Yeah.
clip or something like that, you can actually use that for a code. But the thing is,
Yeah.
not like now $100 trader, for example. I'm not being, you could say, disrespectful, but people who are just gambling right here, okay? And you're giving them a solution. That solution, like all these people who make those high-class videos and everything, they usually have all these setups. This solution is very good. The only thing is,
Yeah.
the solution, the people they're targeting the wrong people. They should be offering this to the institutional grade video developers or video makers. That's the right community. You don't need token for that. Yeah. Trust me. This is one of the reasons why this token didn't do very good, because they're in the market for quite some time. Or all these retail guys, I would see this TikTok and everything. All you have to do is just record a video, and the software does the whole job for you. And people just want to do slow motion rolls on TikTok. Someone's making all this 4K video and rendering and stuff for all that. It's a good solution, but I believe it's for the crypto audience is not the right audience for this.
Right. I was just wondering whether this can now find a new market with AI and because AI and those kind of tech require quite a big graphics as well. So.
Yeah, but see, ChatGPT, why would they have their own AI solution? They have their own storage and they have this own everything. Okay, like we as a people, if you want to like for example, Amazon, it's targeting retail. Okay, now for render, for me as a person who's just trading shitcoins on MetaMask or Uniswap or PancakeSwap, that solution, what I'll do with that? I'll just buy the token and just start praying that it goes up. Other than that, I'm not going to go talk to the big companies that guys use this. It's a team.
Yeah.
So it's basically that. Okay.
Right. Thank you. And lastly, I would like to say that I am also a big hook holder, and I am with you on the fact that this play to earn thing will be quite big in the future. Thank you very much, Bull, for your time.
Bro, it's learn to earn, bro. It's not even play to earn. What the fuck you're talking about? But it's okay. Okay, who is next? Name? What is it? Name can't be blank. Buddy, you go ahead. Or Cryo XBT. Such a beautiful fucking day. Relax. People are coming, not even talking. So good. So I think it's time to run the space, boy.
Hello.
Yeah, Chris.
Now it works. Hello, Bull. I was just wondering, you said once that you see Bitcoin going to 48K this year. I was just wondering what gives you that number, your technical analysis or what idea is behind? And I also know that you don't have a glass bowl to or a crystal ball to read, but do you have a feeling of a target for the BNB coin for this bull cycle? Thank you.
Okay, so the bull cycle, BNB should do what Ethereum did last year. It should at least go above $2,000. That's what I think. BNB should do good in June. June is the month because the whole market is moving. But these Americans, they are like literally smashing CZ and Binance. If the tokens start pumping, they'll be like they're manipulating it and all that. Maybe one of the reasons why it slowed down a bit. Coming towards the Bitcoin question, bro. Last year, imagine something was at 69,000 and it came down to 16,000, literally. And all the bad news on the planet, they literally just came, one after one after one after one. Who was left to sell? Nobody was left to sell, okay? And if you think that they will provide opportunity to people to buy the same amount of Bitcoin back on the lower prices, that's not going to happen. Majority of the people, they sold at 25, 24, 23, 21, 20, 18, 16, because there was this narrative that Bitcoin never breaks previous all-time high, okay? So people were expecting that Bitcoin will not go below 20,000. It actually went to 16, actually 15.5. So majority of the people, they were out. So now all these fudders, all these things, just to expect that people comes down. But if you pick up history, you will understand why I'm actually saying 48K. And that's just TP1 for me. And it should happen this year. Why not? I mean, I'm not asking for 100x right here, for fuck's sake. It's just like, let's say 16K was my entry. So let's say 16 to 32, that's 2x. And then, another, how many x? Let's hope about another 16, that's 48. So I'm just expecting a 3x, nothing more, So it's good. It should be achievable. And it will definitely hit. This is what I believe in. That's why I kept that tweet.
All right, thank you.
So, yeah. All right, you're welcome. Anyways, who is next? Name. Buddy, you raise your hand. You get tired, right? So if you have a question, go ahead. Otherwise, let me take these other two people and I'm done. I'm done for the day. Guys, if you are like any Luna Classic guys here, come on, do something, bro. Here I'm underwater, I'm here, what to do with these tokens? The way you guys are screwing it up, I think you'll go to zero. Come on, do something. PCX is here. He's like in the Luna developer team, Luna Classic. Let's do it. For Luna, I'm not worried. Scam pump the hardest. The guy is in the jail, he'll definitely, the tokens with him are locked and stuff. So I'm pretty bullish on that. But with you guys, you're like on self-destruction mode or something. Do something, come on. And his name don't want to talk, so I'm going to kick him out so that he can give rest to his hand. Who is this?
Hello?
Then first of all, put the music down. Come on, I'm faster.
Very good morning to you, Bull. Thank you very much for your space. I really enjoyed it.
Perfect.
So, I've been seeing some big accounts, like they've been shilling these coins like IDs, and ID did really well, like CFX and ICX. Talking about CFX, I really want to get your thoughts on the Conflux network. What do you think about the utility of this coin and its possibility?
Bitcoin, bro. It's a Chinese Bitcoin. It should do good. I'm actually a big holder of this thing. And I showed it in December. I was literally telling people, buy it. You'll be thanking yourself. But the problem is, people don't want to hold. This is a good project, by the way. But it's already 1,500% up, by the way. Just so you know. So yeah, if you want to take an entry, take maybe 1% of your portfolio, 2%. If you'll be making money, that's enough to make money. If not, you'll get wrecked hard. So yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you very much. So you recommend we hold it a little bit for the next bull run?
Yeah, it's a long-term hold. It should do good. I mean, they're trying to kick in Hong Kong, China narrative, and this thing is considered like the Bitcoin of China. So yes, sir, you can hold it.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, who is next? AKI.
Hello.
Hi, buddy.
You said
First of all, bring your lips to the mic, bro, a little bit so I can hear you. So you should be audible and shit.
What about now?
Not even now. It's horrible. Come near.
What do you think about blockchain bets? I mean, they are printing ton of money.
No, I don't want to use the F word. Get a better phone or something. Or come closer by a headphone so I can hear you. Anyways, who is next? Chia Ling. This is more like a catfish account, but buddy, go ahead. I don't have time for this. Anyways, Daniel, let me add you again. Yeah, Daniel, I think your music is stopped now. You can talk.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Geez, I just wanted to know what's going on with the ID market, because it's unstable. Do you tell us to buy more or get out of the market?
Why? Which one? ID market? ID token?
Yeah, ID token.
What about it?
What's your advice on that?
See, my advice is that if you are in profit, take profit. Stop taking profits. You don't have to be greedy about it. So, yeah, this is the thing. Can't say much more about it. Because I don't know why nobody wanted to buy it on 45. Or 0.45 or 0.41 or 42 or 47, even 0.50. Now it's already doubled. Everybody want to know what should they do about it. So just, I don't know what to say. Anyways, last question from Mr. Crosses XBT, and then I'm done.
One last thing. Yesterday, I think in the recording or in the live, you said you are not a big fan of Ethereum. So you're mainly BNB Bull and Bitcoin. Why not Ethereum? Just out of interest.
No, I am a fan of Ethereum, but I'm not a fan of the big gas fee, That is horrible. I mean, it's just a joke about if you go buy a burger with Ethereum, you pay $54, $60 gas fee to buy a $6 burger, That was just a joke or something. Ethereum is good.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Ethereum got the biggest wins, literally. I mean, on BNB chain, people launch tokens, they don't do good. If you launch the same token on each chain, you will have all these big buyers and stuff. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, that's all for today. It was good, but a lot of people asked so many stupid questions, pissed me off, so I still have loads of energy. So, yeah. It was nice talking to you, everybody. Love you all. Stay safe. Enjoy the green candles. Don't sit on an extra large green candle. You might start bleeding just like everything else, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, take care and have a great weekend. And wishing you guys more green candles in the upcoming weeks. All right. See ya. Bye.